Hi Collective, Ocean here with a quick energy check-in regarding messages from Spirit you need to hear at this time. Remember to take what resonates, remember to leave what doesn't. What's not for you might be for someone else, vice versa. And always check in with your intuition and discernment before claiming a message as yours. So, the general message I have channeled, so a song was coming through, and it is, I don't know if any of you remember this, Jordin Sparks, One Step at a Time. And she sings, take one step at a time, there's no need to rush, it's like learning to fly or falling in love. So it's a song of I think it's a song about love, but it's mainly an encouraging song around patience, and basically saying, it's a song saying you'll get there, just give it time, take one step at a time, right? And I pulled oracle cards already, and the one we got was a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. So the full moon in Libra, the next one we have is actually the 1st of April 2026, which is April Fool's Day. And the last one was April the 12th, 2025. I wrote this in my notes here. With it being in Libra, which is an air sign, which can be mental energy, communication, it brings about themes of justice, balance and harmony, and power dynamics. But also Libra is associated with beauty, aesthetics, art, even, fashion, the way we physically look. So there's some kind of upgrade, like gradual upgrade of maybe your communication skills, maybe any power imbalances between you and another person or something like that. It's going to be evening itself out. The message is this has either been happening for you personally or for us on a collective level from the last pink moon, which is the full moon in Libra, or it's going to continue evolving to the next one, which is the 1st of April. The full moon also obviously signifies completion, release, reflection and reviewing, maybe the last season of our life. So the message for you is to maybe write down with a pen and paper, or vlog yourself, or voice note to yourself. Just get it out of there, out of your system somehow, whichever way feels right for you. How this sort of these topics have been coming up for you. So if you think back to April of this year, what kind of headspace were you in? How were you communicating? Were you in any dynamics that felt ultimately imbalanced? Are you still in those dynamics? Where do you feel least powerful? Right? Because the shadow aspects of Libra can include feeling the fawn response, right? When you are incredibly passive to a very detrimental degree, and that to me is a representative of the shadow aspects of Libra, is to be an ultra fawn, to be passive, to not bring anything up, to just flow a little bit too much because you don't want to disturb the scales. But that's obviously not where our sense of personal power comes from, right? So the overall energy is really good because it's saying a win-win outcome is forecast. So whatever specific aspect of this card is coming up for you, the outcome is going to be really, really good. You might already know what I'm talking about in terms of your own experience, and you might still be in the process of figuring yourself out in regards to these dynamics, in regards to claiming balance, peace, harmony, and in regards to divine justice as well. But yeah, it's a reminder, this energy check-in is a reminder that this is something that takes patience, and it will happen when it happens, one step at a time. Throwback. That is such a good song, actually. We had the Page of Cups at the bottom of the tarot deck as well. And I pulled an Archangel card from the Archangel Oracle deck. We got Archangel Gabriel. The card is communication. There can be a disconnect between the message we're giving and what someone hears. So Archangel Gabriel is a spiritual being who can help us connect to our true voice. So especially if you resonate with power imbalances and injustice, you can call upon Archangel Gabriel to help you find your voice, to help connect with your authentic voice. And also make sure you speak clearly so you are not misunderstood, without being harsh, without being forceful, without being overly critical, and also not being too passive, not being too fawny. Keep the PC, you know, a nice balance of the scales between what you need to say and how receptive someone is going to be. We have Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, the Moon, and the World. So this progression, this is the order they came out in as well. So this progression is kind of a definitely a message about teamwork with the Three of Pentacles, and you're coming out as the Queen of Cups, sensitive, psychic, intuitive, maybe a natural healer, maybe an energy worker, and you're definitely being called to express your emotions more, or to express your points of view, especially when it comes to this Three of Pentacles. If you're working in a team with people, if it's a work situation, if it's a community, family, friendship group situation, activate that confidence to say what you need to say, to speak up. With the Moon and the World, the Moon talks about feminine power, intuition, psychic dreams, psychic visions, not being dragged down too deeply by your own inner world, and finding a balance between the spiritual and the physical. And the World represents positive outcomes, cycles ending, completion, again, full moon energy of, I can't show you the card properly because she has her boobs out, but that's what the card represents. So it's kind of a things being brought up to the surface out of your subconscious to be healed, maybe regarding your authentic voice and your communication skills and your confidence in knowing that what you have to say is valid, speaking up even if your voice shakes. But all over this reading is success is indicated. So this is like a natural, I want to say like a natural part of your soul's evolution, to find your authentic voice. And you may have embraced or experienced challenges regarding finding peace and feeling like there's been just injustices brought against you and toxic power dynamics. But if you've been in situations like this, it's just to show you the thing that needs looking at, which is maybe not defending yourself, maybe staying quiet to keep the peace, like I said before. And you are being guided out of this, I believe. I'm going to pull some more cards. I just saw 11:11 in the timer. I'm going to pull 2 more cards to finish off this spread. Yeah. Oh. We have the 8 of Cups, walking away because you know you're seeking something more fulfilling. You know if a situation is not emotionally fulfilling, it's not going to bring you anything else that you want. If you want more money, if this is a work situation and you want more money, you know that if you're not emotionally aligned and fulfilled, it's not going to bring you more money. If you are not fulfilled in a relationship, if you have a really imbalanced relationship with your partner, you know that that's not going to get any better and you need to move on. And then we have the Tower, which is just old structures, old paradigms collapsing. You might feel like you wake up one day and you're just like, oh, I can really speak my truth right now. Like, oh, I'm putting my foot down and I'm saying what I mean to say, and I'm standing 10 toes down on what I'm saying and what I mean. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Star. Which is rejuvenation, healing, connection to star ancestors, emotional healing. You may be addressing subconscious wounds from childhood. That could be what you're walking away from. That could be this tower that's collapsing. Of moments where you were in uncontrollable, unavoidable, bad power dynamics, maybe with a toxic parent or other family member, maybe bullying at school. But there is a calling for you to rise up and be expressive in a way that is productive for everyone in the situation. And be fully in the moment. Be fully present, stop and smell the roses, and trust that you will be guided to the perfect opportunity, and you will know what to do when that opportunity comes. You might have been given a chance to speak your truth, or you might be given one after watching this. to see how willing you are, how ready you are to step out of the shadowy aspects of the Libra energy. Have any more cards? I think that's it. I think that's it. There is no need for me to go anywhere else to find peace, because that deep place of silence is right inside of me. And as I say that, I pulled this card from the Archangel Oracle deck, Archangel Uriel, with inspiration, a book again, empty book, with a key. Try not to fill every spare minute, meditate, let divine light in. And you'll find peace and harmony from within when you let divine light in. And then anything external to you you'll feel when something is out of alignment, a dynamic in your life, a way of communicating, a way of thinking, you know, whatever resonates for this sort of Libra energy for you. It will just feel out of alignment. You won't have to put effort in, because it will just just be, you know. There's no effort here. It feels like minimal effort. It feels like the world is going to rearrange when you choose that piece to sort of release and complete this wound or this communication blockage, and it's going to be successful with the world and the win-win outcome. Egyptian goddess of time, Mayet, is coming through with the scales, and also with the key. That is, I believe, Hecate. She's a goddess of unblocking, crossroads. That's the one thing I'm thinking of right now. She's the goddess of other things like magic and stuff like that, the underworld, but the goddess of this path or that path, you know. Are you going to be the evolved version? Are you going to embrace the evolved version of the Libra energy? Or are you going to descend back into the shadow aspects? There's a feather here as well. So get writing, collective. That's all I have. I hope this resonated for you. This was our message from Spirit. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to. If you don't want to, Gucci. I hope this message served you in some kind of way. And I'll see you next time. I love you.